What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody, it's late night. Not too late. It's almost 10:30. Are we live? Are we live? Y'all catching us? Y'all seeing us? Yes, we're
Are we
live.
live?
We are live. We are live. So
Hello, everyone. Oh,
tap tap in, tap in. Don't keep scrolling. Join this live. Join this live.
we have justice work that we need to talk about, and we need each and every one of you, especially if you are a leader in the community. If you are a leader in the community, we definitely need you to tap in. If you are interested in being a leader or even a participant in change for the community, we need you all to tap in. We have really important information that we need disseminated throughout our communities. And when we say our community, we're talking about uh, Black people, people of color, um, anyone who's an ally to these communities, the LGBT community, the lower income, who they call poor people. We need everyone to come together and to tap into this live, please. It's very urgent information. I mean, extremely urgent. And then I will go and share as well.
I'm just sharing it to my page. If you guys are on this live right now, please share it to your page. We're serious. We have some good information. Um, that we have to share with y'all. There's a lot been going on, a lot, so much going on, y'all. So much going on in the city, so much going on in the state. Um, was just down at the state house today, um, trying to stop a bill that was getting ready to be passed regarding. Okay, so we'll start it off like this. When we did the protest 2020 after the death of George Floyd, um, when some of the protesters were locked up, right, for just stupid stuff. My dad was locked up for speaking too loud, right? And anyway, the people that bailed us out of jail, that we had allies who had bail funds, we had organizations who had bail funds, we had churches who had bail funds that were using those bail funds to bail us out. Because who is generally the people protesting for equality and justice and all that stuff, right? We're people who are marginalized, disenfranchised, poor, people of color, all those different groups of people. And so down at the state house, they just passed, or they're likely going to pass a bill, HB 1300, that is going to stop charitable organizations and churches from being able to bail anyone out. You will only be able to bail two people out every 180 days, and that is if you are recognized by the state. So there's going to be a whole process that these organizations or churches are going to have to go through. But that has nothing on what we're getting ready to talk about that's going to be happening tomorrow. So make sure you guys share this on your pages real quick. Share, share, share. Let us know you guys are here. Um, we got some important information we have to share, and we need the community to know ASAP.
Fact.
Gonna give it a minute. Make sure you guys stay here with us for a second. We just want to make sure we get all our people tapped in. Share on your pages.
And it's a work day for us, a work night. So we're working as well. So if you are in bed or getting ready for bed, if you could just put your earpiece in and just hang in here with us, and um, spend a little time with us tonight, so that we can get this information to everyone, and I think we'll all be better for it. Staying informed is one of the main tactics that we use strategically in a justice work. And I always speak about justice work because a lot of people don't understand the difference between community work and justice work. And it's important that we actually separate the two, because the two work closely together and they're closely intertwined. But community work is work that we do within our own communities. Justice work is the work that we have to do when we actually have to go out and do outreach and do direct actions and actually go out and just control and fight and protest and change things outside of our community that affects our community. And so we have some people who do community work, some people who do justice work. Alicia and I and our team and everybody who works with us, we all do both. But this is justice work. And community work does not work without justice work. And so we need everybody. We need the community workers tonight. We need the religious workers tonight. We need everybody because justice work is what allows us to be able to do community work. That's facts. Justice work allows us to be able to do community work. And so, what we need to tell you guys about tonight involves justice work because we're going to need you all to come out in numbers. We're going to need you all to post in numbers if you can't come out, but we need to get information out very quickly in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So, that's what we're going to be speaking to you guys about. We're going to need to organize and get our people on board. So hear us tonight. If you're in bed, just put your earpiece in and just hang with us for a little bit. And the work that Alicia went and did today at the State House was really good work that she did along with what's the name of the organization, Alicia?
It was Who's Your Action?
Who so the work that she did with Who's Your Action is very important. And so I'm so glad that Alicia stayed informed in regards to that because that bill passed in the Senate today, correct?
Yes, it did. It passed, and it has to go to the governor's desk and be signed by Eric Holcomb, and then it's going to move on to what goes after that, the Attorney General and the Secretary of State, I believe. And so after that, it's here, y'all. It is here. We can no longer. They're doing all these different things to stop us from protesting. They don't want us to protest anymore, because for obvious reasons. But they can't tell us or make a law to stop us from protesting, and so they're hitting us in every way that we can, or every way that
They're
they can.
sanctioning, they're hitting
Absolutely.
us with sanctions and penalties.
Yeah. I'm actually live on TikTok right now as well, sharing our
Oh,
little
hey
live here.
TikTok.
So, hey TikTok, what's up? We're just talking about what's going on here in Fort Wayne. If you guys are tuning in, we're getting ready to get to the meat and potatoes of what's going on tomorrow. The juice.
And you know what? We should we should post the link to the article so that if anybody who's on right now,
Mm,
they can read that article
good idea.
about the jail. They could go ahead and start reading that. So not making you, I mean, we're gonna wait and share because I have to share it real quick. But we're gonna be speaking about the new jail that the commissioners want to build here, and they've been speaking about this for a little while. The sheriff, I've heard, saw some articles and some news reports of him, but honestly, it's been fairly recent. But they've been like really bombarding us with this, so it looks like there have been some backdoor planning and they're just like unloading it to us right now. But what they don't realize is that we are listening and we know that there's a greater plan that's going to negatively impact very vulnerable communities, disenfranchised communities. And we're not going to have it. We're not going to sit down and be quiet and just let it watch it happen. So, um, Alicia, do you have that link? You want me to find it?
Yeah, I got the link to the article. I got it here.
Okay, yeah.
There's a link to the article. talking about them building the new jail, expanding it, or moving it and expanding it and building a new jail here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for people who are on TikTok. Um, so if you guys want to check that out, I just dropped it.
So if there's anybody on here or anybody on here who knows someone who will be available tomorrow morning, we need people posting and in presence at the same time. So it's going to be a whole um, synchronized effort to let the commissioners know that this is to not be done without the community, that this is not to be fast tracked and done without the approval of the people it will mainly impact. We know that that jail is full of what percentage of Black people? Majority percentage, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So those are our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our mothers, our fathers, which means that we should have the most say so in what happens to this jail because we have to get out there for visits, right? Yeah, right. So this is going to be impacting us. Um, and I'm not that there's more to that, but y'all,
It's a
yeah.
lot going on. And it really connects to this bill that they're passing down at the state house because it seems like they're in now. Again, we're in Fort Wayne, Indiana, guys, on TikTok. But so we have Fort Wayne, Indiana, down at the state house, the capital, Indianapolis. They passed HB 1300, which will stop organizations, charitable organizations, churches from being able to bail people out from jail. This is a direct attack on protesters, and they have no way to stop us from protesting, and so they passed this bill. Well, this bill will keep people in jail longer, right? Because most of the people who are protesting are people who are disenfranchised, marginalized, poor people, people of color, and so we can't. We're not going to have anyone to bail us out from jail. So we're going to have to sit in jail. And a lot of times, these are not violent felons or violent offenders. These people are going to be sitting their time out in jail because they can't afford to pay bail. So these people are putting, you know, they're smacking us. They're really smacking us across the face, like, oh, you don't have money, so, oh well, you can't bond yourself out. And so what this does is it creates a huge amount of people that are going to be stuck in jail, right? And so now we have Fort Wayne saying, oh, they're going to be passing this bill. So let's try to get a bigger jail so we can house these people, because what's that going to bring us? More money. So they're trying to go from 780 beds to 1,500. They're trying to double the amount of beds in the jail here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and they're using overcrowding as an excuse. But why is the jail overcrowded? Who do we have in the jail? We have people who are addicted to drugs who shouldn't be in jail. They should be in rehab. We have people who are in there on minor offenses who can't bond themselves out already. We have people who are in there who have mental health issues that are stuck in the jail who shouldn't be in there. And so they're in cahoots with each other. The state is working with the city of Fort Wayne in order to get more money. And not only that, they're working with a private corporation, which is the bail bondsman, because no longer can we work with community organizations to get us out of jail. We can't rely on them. Poor people can't rely on them. We have to rely on the bail bondsman. So that makes more money for them. So who's buying the senators? Who's buying the senators down at the state house? The bail bondsman, the people who own the bail bondsman. So this all ties together. The city of Fort Wayne is getting ready to try and expand their jail, make more beds so they can make more money, so they can lock more people up, so they can keep them in there longer. Day after day, they get money for each person that's in that jail. So this is really frustrating us. There's a meeting tomorrow morning, guys. This is at 10 a.m. Citizen Square. If you can be there, please be there. We need as many people as we possibly can get there. If you are an organizer, an activist, if you want to support your community, if you've ever been in a situation where you've been in jail for something, a ticket, you know, anything. If you've been in jail, you know how it is. You know
or
how it
had
is.
a family member who was in
Yeah.
jail. But I think this is all linked back to money.
Hmm.
So we have to really follow the money trail. What is in it for the county councilman Kyle Curley to even draft this this bill, this idea? What is in it for him? What is in it for the city? Like you got to look at verbiage. They say it's prime real estate. We know that there are millions of dollars of investment going in that area downtown,
Hmm.
and they would love to have that area because they want Fort Wayne to be a tourist town. Understandably, you don't want a jail to be sitting in the middle of downtown. Now, I will say, like, if you go to large cities like Chicago, New York, these the jails are like in the middle of prime real estate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. But you know what changes that? Not building a larger jail. What changes that is you all actually creating programs or
Hmm.
other ways, additional ways to process and help these inmates. Like Alicia said, if someone is addicted to drugs, they should not be taking up space in the jail. And so the thing is that they want to use more of taxpayers' money to build a larger jail so that they can make more money. So they're using our money for them to make more money. And that's the part that I don't like. And then the other part of this, and so there are three components. One is, like Alicia said, with this bill that was created, this bill is to stop, to keep protesters in jail. It's a sanction on protesting. They want to do all they can to stop people from protesting. They want to make it dangerous. They want to make it, just uncomfortable as possible. So that's what they're doing there. With the bill. And then when you come over to, you have these people in jail. That means you guys want to keep protesters in jail longer. You're already saying that the jails are overcrowded. So, okay, we need a larger jail now so we can, house all of these protesters and all the other black people, y'all, black and Mexican people or Latino people you're going to put in there. So we have that now, the jail. We need it. So they're saying they need a larger jail. I don't believe or even buy into the fact that they want to expand it downtown. Like they said, it's prime real estate. They're not putting it down there. I
Hmm.
believe, and this is unpopular opinion, which is probably correct, they're going to take that jail and they're going to put it on the outskirts of Fort Wayne where there's plenty of land. It's going to be a large facility, double the size, on the outskirts of Fort Wayne. Now, when you look over on the southeast side of town where they're putting all of these nice, large complexes, expensive, apartments and homes with amenities that people on the southeast side cannot generally afford, where are they going to put gentrification, by the way? Where are they going to send all of these lower income people that can't afford that stuff? They go send them right out there by the jail on the outskirts of town. Now, this video will be saved 10 years down the road. All of y'all people who watching this video, sidebar, all of y'all people who watching this video who think we just talking, who want to shut us up, who are actually doing the dirty work of the money men by shutting us up, is actually these are black people who going
Hmm.
around dogging change makers saying that we need to shut up and stop talking. They're doing the dirty work of the men with the money. Because should none of us be talking? Should none of us black people be talking? Because we just don't have enough. It don't matter how much you go around fronting with a car, with a house, you still ain't got as much as they do. You still ain't living over there in their neighborhoods.
Mm.
You're not.
Mm.
When we
So,
protested over by Karen Richards' house, y'all don't live over there. So the bottom line is, I'm gonna wrap it on up, that all of y'all, community workers, politicians, everybody needs to be on board to stop this. Do not use our money to make y'all more money. Y'all need to take the extra money and create programs and resources to make sure that we are not housing people, inmates, people in this jail that should not be there. And that's how you fix the problem. Stop being
Hmm.
lazy.
Hmm. Stop locking people out. Like, if you're overcrowded, stop putting people in the jail. Like, we
That
don't need a
shouldn't be
bigger
there.
jail to put more people in the jail. We need programs where we can get people out of jail so they can get rehabilitated and get back in the community and be back with their families. And we don't need a bigger jail. Like, it's ridiculous. And I know exactly what Daylana said. It's all about money, y'all. It's all about money. So tomorrow morning, like we said earlier, if you're just
10
joining
a.m.
on TikTok, if you're just joining, if you're in Fort Wayne, Indiana, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
10
at
a.m.
Citizen
at
Square,
Citizen Square.
be there. We will be there. We will be ready to talk about this, and make sure you do some research. I dropped a link to a article in the chat on Facebook and YouTube. It should be showing up there, and check that out. And there will be links to the study. There will be links to everything all the councilmen have said, and Hirschberger has said, and Gladio has said, and you can check
And can
all
I
that
add
out.
something?
Hmm.
The guy Cal Curley, he is the one who did he draft the bill that you were speaking about? Was it 1300?
No,
It
no.
says that I'm trying to see. Cal Curley is in this article as what did he do? Um,
He is just really speaking
oh
on.
yeah, yeah.
He's the
He's the
one.
one that
He's like
announced this.
advocating for it.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's one of the people advocating for this. Let me tell you, so Cal Curley is actually one of the county council people who laughed at the protesters when Larry Brown said that black people and protesters were ignorant and uneducated. Cal Curley, along with Ken Freeze, was one of those who laughed, heartily laughed. These are all like, listen, I'm not a party person, but we just gonna keep it 100. They are all Republicans. They are all trying to shut down the uprisings or the ability to speak out and uprise that have like what happened. So you guys have to be very intentional and brave because I'm telling you, in 10 years, Fort Wayne is gonna look different and it's not gonna look good for us, for our people.
And one
It's
thing
gonna
that
be
really
almost.
backs up. Sorry, go ahead. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Go ahead, Alicia.
I was going to say one thing that backs up what Daylana said earlier. She said, in 10 years we're going to look forward, and it's going to look different. Where the communities that are hurting are they going to be closer to the jails? If you look up right now, they have loans for low income people who fall below a certain percentage, and they will give you a loan, okay? And that loan can only be for a house that is built or bought outside of city limits. So they're giving low income, which would be who? People of color in the community, below a certain percentage, below a margin. And I believe, what is it called? What are the loans called? Um,
Oh, I
Dang,
don't
I have to look
remember.
it up. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Are they FHA
Department of
loans?
Agriculture, is it Department IDA something? I'm gonna have to look it up, and we gonna talk about it. They
Yeah.
make they
We'll
give
put it
these
on
loans
our
to people.
we'll send it in our newsletter.
So they're giving these to the people in the communities that are hurting the most to get them outside of the city.
Hmm.
Just what she just said. They moving us out. They're trying to move us out of the city in
Yeah.
Fort Wayne.
And so it's really important that, we speak up now, you guys, because all of it doesn't matter how people feel about any other person. The city is about to change. It is currently changing. And if we don't speak up and fight right now, you're going to look up in 10 years and you got to think when you live on the outskirts of town, you have limited access to everything like hospitals, to entertainment, to stores. These are not areas generally where they're going to populate with the best of anything. So we have to be very careful. You're not going to live in the city. And it is, it's going to start basically it's going to be like ghettos on the outskirts of the town. eyesores. They don't care that the jail is right there. So we just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of what was going on. That these things, like that, these are people are organizing across the country to shut down uprisings and the ability to do that. So you guys have to be aware. It doesn't, like, we're so proud of all the work happening in Fort Wayne. They're beautifying things. They are, starting programs. Everybody is in in their lane doing what they want to do, and that's great. But we have to always look up and see what's happening. Look up.
Mhm.
They're
They're
making
doing it
decisions
right behind
about
our
your
back.
life. Yeah. Look up before a bomb drops over your house, because literally the country is at war. Our country. Now, there are other places at war, but we have a war inside of our country. You cannot put your head down and work. That's what they want you to do. So
Hmm.
please be aware, guys. Please stay informed. We're going to make sure that when we find out about things, that we're going to let you know about it. We want to thank Faith in Indiana, and the work that Audrey and Karen, Pastor Karen, and Paula Avila, my friend, hey y'all, the work that they did in regards to the prison reform in this city. They did, so, I mean, years worth of work, and they created change. But the fight was so hard. The pushback was so hard. Maybe one day I can get a couple of them on here to speak about what they did, but the work that Faith in Indiana did in regards to, and some of them will be down there tomorrow, but the work that they did in this area was notable. And they can speak to you all about how hard it was. And just how people, they refuse to move. They refuse to change their mind. They refuse to listen. So guess what they need more people, more voices. They need us to stand with them, and that's what we plan to do. Did you have anything else, Alicia, besides be there at Citizen Square tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Not really. Sorry for the late notice, y'all. There is so much going on, and I mean so much that they're doing behind our backs. Y'all have to really, like she
Yeah.
said, look up, like keep paying attention to what is going on because they are moving so fast. They are moving so fast,
Hmm.
and they're doing things that are so sly, like this HV 1300. It's so sly and so slick. You know what I'm saying? To try and slap us on the hand for standing up for what we believe in, wanting our voices to be heard, wanting equality, wanting justice. So make sure y'all always have your eyes open. Pay attention to everything because they're making moves everywhere. And they're making
Hmm.
big moves that are going to affect all of our lives. Like this is going to hit us. This is really going to hit us because there's a lot of people that are going to be stuck in jail for long periods of time away from their family because we can't afford to pay what they're asking us to pay. So just make sure y'all, if you have the time, if you know people who are off work tomorrow morning, of course they're gonna do it during work hours on a Friday, okay? But if you are off work, please come down there. Please come down there and support us. If anything, come down there and listen. This is the first public meeting for this for the jail, and hopefully there will be more meetings before they try to fast track this and just push it through. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you become, if you don't even have anything to say, come down and be informed. Come down there and get some information, y'all. It's really important that we stay engaged in what's going on.
Hmm. Come down and be a number. We need them to see bodies, to see that the community cares about what's going on. The money for years now could have been put on um, making that prison better and more suitable for people to actually live there. But that's not what they wanted to do. They're actually saying things like, "Oh, we want to build it so it could keep down crime within the prison, so that prisoners can't do this and can't do that." If you read the article, you'll see that this is not about making things better for your loved ones who are in there. This is about them saying, "Oh, we want to keep down crime." But we know that that's not really what it is. It's a money grab.
And where does the crime come
So,
from? The drugs. Where do
right.
the drugs come from in the jail?
Where
They
do
talk
they
about
come
the
from?
drugs, but where do they come from? They come from the COs. Come on now.
Come on.
Got to
Stay
be all.
informed, everybody. We love y'all. And there's a lot going on, and we'll be back with you all really soon. There's some good news and there's some informed news. But please know and remember, guys, that community work and justice work works together, but they do not work in exclusion. They work together. Oh, and I want to thank everybody also that congratulated me for the 40 under 40 award. I really appreciate that. I just told somebody today that I absolutely enjoy working with my business partner Alicia. We got that Changemakers got that award, 40 under 40. I'll show y'all the picture of when I went to take my headshots. I was tired, my eyes were heavy, and Alicia was rushing
You
trying to
look
get
so
there. She
cute.
got
You
there.
look
Yeah,
so
and Pinky was there, and Pinky, definitely came through in the clutch, so I didn't have to spend no money and made me an outfit. So but we'll, do a whole thing about that. Maybe we'll all get on a live together and talk about it. But anytime we're together, it's funny. We enjoy this work and we know that it's necessary. But we want to thank everybody who weekly, support us. Like you guys are strong and you make us stronger. And yeah, so I'm excited. That I won't be there tomorrow because I'm out of town right now on work. I'll be back, but Alicia's gonna be standing really strong for us. Um, yeah, so
Hopefully, so
hopefully she'll
you'll
go
be ready
live
for
and we
me.
can see y'all. Go
Because
live.
I'm gonna say something crazy.
Something true. Something
Right,
true,
right,
right?
right.
All right, y'all. Peace. Good night.